Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's see what we have here. All right, Sagittarius. I hope you all are doing well. As I am recording this, it is Saturday night. This is how I'm spending my evening doing readings. I do love doing it so much, though. It doesn't make me sad. It is actually quite an honor. And anyways, I would probably just be reading a book and getting ready for bed if I weren't. Okay. So, it looks like, first, you know what? First, I'm going to bring up the card. I've been trying to do the card first, get it out of the way. Okay, so in this cycle of readings, we are using the Jungian Tarot deck, and this is by Robert Wang. Apparently and obviously, we have the Two of Cups, a very watery and fiery, a little bit of fire, card here, okay? And so there's obviously a little book that comes with the deck. I have learned mostly through Thoth, the Thoth deck. So I guess my leanings are in that direction. In the little booklet that comes with the with the Jungian tarot, it is related to adventure. Okay, being very motivated to get out there, explore new things, just kind of this real energy and vitality. Now, in the Thoth deck, this is related to love, the coupling of the masculine and the feminine. Okay, the process of coming together to create something new. All right, and so we'll see how this kind of influences our reading here. I feel like it's going to be I feel like it's going to be a little bit of both, really, honestly. Maybe we'll have a really nice outcome. I'm hoping. Okay, so we have this beautiful little, immediately I thought Taurus. I feel like you must have somebody who is a Taurus in your life, in some capacity. It's important. It's in the center of the bowl here. They are on your mind. They are active, likely often in your daily life. Maybe somebody you work with, somebody you live with, somebody you go out of your way to communicate with, hang out with, whatever it is. There's something. And it seems that maybe this, excuse me, could be tied into some of those love feelings. It's just so prominent. I mean, it really makes me think that this is somebody that is really, really important to you. Okay. Now I want to look at this one over here. because it looks like we have a person kind of sitting in a chair here. And then it kind of looks like we also have another person sitting in a chair here. And it seems in this posture, I wouldn't say necessarily, it looks like a throne to some degree. This one actually reminds me very much of the High Priestess because of the pointing right here. So I wonder if, you know, there is the allegory about the High Priestess where you walk into this initial room in the temple, and this is technically the outer rooms of the temple. This is not the interior, where we would find something like the monk's cella or the Holy of Holies, but getting close, right? And when you come in and there is the High Priestess sitting there, she will either look at you or she won't. There's no emotion involved. It's not favoritism. It's really has to just do if you have done the work, if you're properly prepared for this initial lifting of the veil. If you have not, if you're not in an open and receptive configuration, then she's not going to gaze your way. But if she is, she's going to usher you on beyond the those first stages of duality and into more of the spectrum, the well, how I experience it anyways is kind of the stepping into the concepts of like a more fractal universe, fractal consciousness. And so I feel that this work you have been doing, Sagittarius, has been leaps and bounds. I feel that this really has been such an important couple of years for you. Things have really arranged themselves in such a way, and you have been instrumental in that, so as to really knowingly or unknowingly kind of step into this deep spiritual path that you are on. I mean, we're all arguably on the spiritual path, okay, but some of us just kind of skim through the top layers of it, and then there are others who kind of get deeper in there, transcend some of those layers of hell, whatever. And that's just a joke. I'm just joking. My little tad of pessimism and absurdity. But I think that you are really being ushered into this place that is really initiation. I think that you have had such power that you have taken up for yourself. You have honored your voice, your necessity, your being, and I think that this has really prepared you for this journey. And really, you know, obviously there are pre-existing interests in these kinds of esoteric, spiritual, self-development types of themes, or else you would not be watching, you know, divination videos. So, I feel like you are really being smiled upon, although she doesn't really smile, does she? But it's just the same. By this high priestess energy. And I feel that there's a lot of happiness in that for you. And now I'm seeing, you know, we looked at this other figure, and this one seems more, the posture is very straight. We have this, it looks like a lowercase I, but if you've watched any of my other readings, I have been saying that when I see this, instead of usually the exclamation mark or that lowercase I am envisioning this as a candle with a flame. And this is very much about that illumination. And I believe strongly that you are going through a great period of illumination. That interior light is burning bright, and it is illuminating your world, your material world for you. You are seeing things more for what they are, more than you ever have, and that is giving you the desire, the motivation, the bravery to really stand up for yourself and get what you want. Go for what you want. More than maybe you ever have in your life. And that's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing. Now, what does this mean as somebody sitting in a chair? I am trying to figure that out, but I feel that it's really in this rotating kind of, with the chair here or the throne here and then here. And so I feel that there's really this movement of a variety of sectors of self, parts of yourself that are really kind of in line with one another. You're in a place where you're not very much at odds. I don't feel you questioning your decision making too much lately. Will you soon though? I don't know. I want to look at this one over here. We have a heart. It looks like it has something in it. It looks like maybe it's been hit with an arrow. Maybe you are very much in love. To some extent, I feel this kind of like fluttering in the morning light. You know, just kind of letting your wings warm in the sunlight. And just like a real warm and connected sense of love. Again, with those themes of illumination. Really being in that day side. Not hiding in the shadows. Not cowering to the whims of others. But really head held high out there. Doing what you want. Getting what you need. Right? But as I turn this, I'm trying to figure out, what is this? Okay, as I turn this, I see it almost looks like a person kind of hunched over. I can't think of anything that it might be unless it, you know, aside from some kind of copulation. So that, you know, and that might be this adventurous side. We have this turn towards love, self-love, romantic love, possibly. But we also have this sense of adventure accompanying this kind of real elevated mood. So, I really just want to say, I think follow your bliss or whatever it is that, whatever it is that they say. I think that you should follow your intuition. Okay. Follow what makes you at least content. But if it also makes you happy, that's good too. But adventure isn't always about just being happy. Sometimes things are a little scary, a little risky. Sometimes they really let us down. It's not what we thought it would be. So, as always, I will say, make sure to be safe. Take care of yourself. Make good decisions. Don't get caught up in a feeling. These things are transient. We have to remember that almost all of our feelings, emotions, perceptions are transient. Okay, so if you don't know what that means, they come and go. Okay, they are not forever. So make decisions that think about the future, right? to some degree. Also live in the now. I know it's difficult, but it's true. I hate to be that person, but I'm a mom, and I'm older. I'm an older lady. So I do think, we have to think about how things will affect us in the long run. Yes, I am all about being very present, doing things in the now, honoring yourself and how you feel and what you want, what you need. But you have to be, you have to be, practical and safe. That's the big thing for me, is be safe. More and more, gosh, I'm just horrified by the world, to be honest. And I know it's glorified by the news and stuff, but the violence and things. But I think I'm just getting older, and I watch the news, and not often do I watch it, but it's not even that I watch it like on TV. I don't even have regular TV or anything, but when something comes up, right, a news story somewhere where I'm exposed to it, and it's devastating. It's so scary, the things that happen, and I'm sure a lot of things like they do have been happening forever, but it's so available to us, and it feels like it's so much more all the time. So I just, my biggest thing is, not biggest, but one of them is really just, I want people to be careful with, who they let into their lives, into your personal lives, the information you give to people, what you share about yourself, what kinds of things you are recording, and giving to other people, or whatever, letting other people record of you. You just have to be so careful. And I know I'm speaking to the choir here. I know you all are taking care of yourselves, but I've been thinking about it a lot today. There's just stories in the news that make me 100% believe I will never let my child sleep at somebody else's house. I'm getting on a tangent. I'm getting all worked up. I'm sorry. It's devastating. It's just, anyways. So let's see. Let's see. Where are we going? We're in a happy time, Lenor. I need to stay on track here. We have some beautiful energy in this bowl. Okay, so we have this little, I'm trying to see, what are you? This little, it looks to me like a shepherd and some kind of animal, like maybe, and we can see kind of right here. This one looks like the shepherd, and then this one looks like maybe like a lamb. Okay, so how am I going to... The thing that comes to mind immediately, and there isn't, I mean, because the shepherd and the lamb kind of, there is a symbiotic relationship. That's right. Is that the right word? It's how you say it. There is a love and care for one another that, and here comes she's locked out tonight because she keeps breaking in for the readings and tormenting my table. It's just so loud. So I'm sorry. It's the cat. I shut the door and she does not like it. Okay, so there is a love there, a care between the two, but there's also work. Both of them have to work to survive, right? And I believe that it seems to me in all of this air of love, happiness, morning light, you know, just like this feeling of being kind of rejuvenated. There's so much just kind of vitality and a strong sense of wanting to connect, okay, or being connected. I think in all this, though, too, it has opened this channel for some kind of new job or position to present itself to you. And I think this could be like, it could prove to be a really happy departure from whatever situation you're in now. And now, if you are retired, it doesn't have to be a job. This could be like if you volunteer somewhere, maybe you are like grandma, grandpa, and you are babysitting the grandkids all the time, you know, kind of free daycare or whatever. And something has arisen where somebody else can watch the kids, you know, a little bit too, and you're gonna have some more free time. So this is like an example, but I feel also this could be like a job position coming up for if you're working. It could be within your own company, it could be a completely different job. It kind of almost feels like it could be at a different place of employment, like altogether, just because it feels like the thought, at least, of leaving where you are now would be so happy for you. Like, I just picture you kind of like skipping right out of there. But I also think that you're very much a practical person in most areas of your life. So I think that you, this will be something really to consider, okay, to think about. And I think that you'll spend some time really, you know, deciding. I also wonder if you've been at the place where you work for quite a while. Like you're really kind of established and have, you know, kind of your job worked out the way that like it's, you know, just you know what you're doing, okay? And like a big change with getting uprooted and having to start over at a new place is kind of a lot. But, you know, maybe this is all kind of flows in with this like new adventurous energy that's going on. I also see we kind of have this ladder that's going from the physical world up through the emotional and up into the spiritual. So I really think that this is also very much a time where I feel that you're feeling really good physically. I don't feel any kind of like illness, pain. At least if there is something, if you are chronically ill or have chronic pain, I feel like it seems like you're really in a place where there aren't a lot of flare-ups happening. Emotionally, I feel like you're pretty good. And we've talked about that. There's this love, light, you know, excitement. I think you've been really happy to wake up in the morning, to, you know, get yourself going, to like really enjoy your day. And then in the spiritual, I think, you know, all of these things kind of flow together. You are feeling very connected to the universe. I feel like you're feeling like you're having a lot of luck, fortune, maybe some synchronicity. You like the universe is really communicating with you, and you are listening, and all of this seems wonderful. You seem very activated right now. And I feel that this is, you know, is going to be an ongoing thing, especially if you are taking care of yourself, doing whatever kind of self-work that you have been doing, really just kind of staying the course. Okay, let's see. And this is wonderful. I see immediately we have this square. And to me, that means there's such a good foundation. Things are squared away right now. You don't have a lot to worry about. Maybe, you know, obviously we all have large life things, overarching life things that we can have some anxieties about and whatever, you know, but beyond that, I don't think that there's anything really coming up right now. No little crises, just kind of really a time of good vibes, right? So, but also solid. I think you're consistent, you know, sticking to your routines where necessary, and really flourishing, just kind of like, you know, banging it out, getting it done, and enjoying yourself while you're doing it. So that's really wonderful. Okay. And then let me see. So I'm seeing like in the next 4 days or the next 4 weeks, possibly, it seems like you will be doing something. I almost kind of see in my mind, it's like almost like going to a lake house, or like a park that has like one of those shelters next to a pond or a lake where like people do the little paddle boats, or it's something like this, you know. It seems like it's going to be fun though. It's going to be a nice experience. I don't know if this is like some kind of date, or it could be like a family event, possibly, like a birthday, whatever it is, it seems like it's going to be a nice day. It's going to be sunny that day too. So that's good. That'll be enjoyable. All right. Well, Sagittarius, I am happy to say we got through that reading without any tragedy, any kind of terrible feelings, aside from my little rant about the news, you know, because I'm like, I don't know. When they say that you're always going to turn, well, my mother died when I was young. She was young. She was younger than I am now. So I've surpassed her. But the other women in my life who have been like mothers or grandmothers, I feel like when they say you're going to turn into your elders and you're like, no, I'm not. I have. I worry about the world all the time now. And I mean, it's because you have kids. You know, when you have kids, it's like, I think that's a big part of it. But yeah, I don't know. So anyways, I'm sorry. That was my little bummer, like, part of the reading. But for you, everything else is going good. So I'm happy to report that. All right. Well, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I always appreciate it. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get in the algorithm. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell thing. It will let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate every message. You all are so sweet. Even when they're not sweet, I still appreciate them. And yeah, okay. All right, Sagittarius, we'll talk again really soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.